up, Peckerman, pick up.
Hello, don't stew. Call Peckerman and Sue. Herbert Peckerman, attorney at law speaking.
Jacques here. You got a minute?
Pretty busy as usual, but go ahead. How's trucking at PK's?
Didn't you hear about that? I got sacked by the old guy. Asked you to look into that some time ago. Anyways, I'm past that now. Got a new job.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember now. You felt the sack was a bit harsh, as I recall, but I called PK about that, and he tells me you were doing his wife back in that Brandon run in some seedy motel outside of town.
Pittsburgh, actually. And it was the Dilton. And it wasn't outside of town, but in town.
Okay. Details. Then, as I understand it, what you're saying is you were diddling PK's wife.
It's Deirdre, actually.
Deirdre, okay. You were diddling Deirdre at the Dilton in downtown Pittsburgh. Whatever. The fact is, we just don't have a case. He's probably got grounds for dismissal. What were you thinking anyways, Jacques? But I did manage to calm PK down, and given a bit of time, you might get on there again. His wife apparently speaks well of you.
Well, that's good to hear. So, Peckerman, I sent you a copy of that BAR contract. Have you had a chance to look at it yet?
Busy, you know, but I've got it right here. Looks all very straightforward, standard stuff here, Jacques. Wood is protecting himself, obviously, but you needn't worry. You don't have any children, do you?
No. Why should that matter?
No reason. You are aware that you are now obligated to forever drive with a Josh Wood team? I think that's how I read this here.
What? That's outrageous. Why didn't you say something about that?
Well, Jacques, as you know, I've been holding out strong on that USF1 drive. That's the one I would recommend for you.
But Peckerman, USF1 didn't even get entry into Formula One. Didn't anybody else from F1 express some interest?
Well, yes, there were a few, but I simply didn't feel they were a good fit for you.
Who called?
There was a chap, Mullen, who talked to my people. But I did a background on him. He's a crazy man. Can't be trusted. Likes the death metal. Frankly, I don't trust anyone who does not listen to Celine Dion. You simply have got to have standards.
You turned Mullen down? That's insane. He's the manager of McLaren. They won the championship with that Belgian guy. Van Acker, or is he Dutch? Anyways, I drove for those guys a few seasons back. He's great. And I kind of like that death metal stuff. A good outlet for all that existential angst everybody seems to have these days.
Well, sorry about that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now that I think about it, there was a ring from that energy drink firm. It's really a shame. I didn't call them back, but you know my moral position on caffeinated drinks and their impact on today's youth.
Yeah, right.
A man's got to stand up for his principles. Still, that Beacon fellow seemed very sharp indeed. He's a man going places. But again, my job is to protect you.
I asked you to contact Renault. Always wanted to drive with that group of guys. Did you at least do that?
A big negatory on that, no point really. That's Takahashi's turf, you know. He's got his friends, and frankly, how do I say this nicely, Jacques, but you're not one of them. I think Ferrari's put in a good work for you, but that obviously doesn't mean much these days. The guy used to have some influence, but...
So GP2 is the best you could do?
Some teams from the IRL inquired, but I told them you were reluctant to turn left. Or was it right? What was it anyway, Jacques? You told me, but I really can't remember.
I told you about my political views, not about driving ovals, Peckerman. I told you that my political views lean...
Okay, sorry again, but the stress in my job is unbelievable. If you had any idea how I struggle. Anyway, Jacques, I think this VAR gig is a good one. This Wood fellow, he's my kind of folk.
Your kind of guy, eh? Well, that's a scary thought. But this time I actually agree with you, Peckerman. He's probably one of the best managers in the RLB right now. I presume he will be obsessed with the bottom line, but I guess that's his job.
Sorry, Jacques. Got somebody else on the line. Can I put you on hold for a sec? Hey, Trixie. How you doing? Good. Say, I'm gonna be a bit late, tied up at the office, you know. But I'll see you soon. Ta-ta, love. You there, Jacques? Yeah, I'd be a bit wary about this Arneson fellow. Your mate at BAR. Strikes me as an unstable character. He's got a serious problem with anything French, and with your name, well, that might be an issue. Also, he's from New Zealand. By the way, what's the definition of virgin wool in New Zealand? A sheep that can run the fastest.
Ha ha, not really that funny.
Just a bit of advice there, Jacques. Stay clear of the Arneson Wood wrangling. Apparently the Kiwi is a tad communist. Well, Wood is fond of quoting Thatcher. Bit of a divide there, you know. Remember, you need this GP2 job. You still have restitution to pay. All those fines, not to mention my legal fees. You know, I try to cut costs wherever I can, but I've still got to eat.
Yeah, I know, Peckerman. I could still be in the slammer without your help. Don't remind me. It's a tired story.
Exactly. Don't forget it either. But I'm serious. Those two guys might have some serious tussle. You don't want to get involved. When Wood blathers on about trickle-down economics, just say, I'll pick that up right away, boss. And when Arneson comes at you with some typical commie crap, just repeat, yes, sir, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Just stay neutral. Hey, Jacques. I'm getting called to another meeting. You take care and call me anytime. And about your paychecks, I've taken the liberty of having Wood deposit them directly into my account. Just so you won't have to deal with that sort of nonsense. You know, we all want you to focus completely on the racing this season.
Well, that certainly is thoughtful of you.
Always, Jacques, always. Odd character, that fellow.